Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Alex, and it is me once again. And today I'll be putting together on video this time this Canakit Raspberry Pi that I picked up over the holiday. It was on sale at Best Buy, couldn't resist it, got a really good price on it. It's much cheaper than over at the on Amazon where I got the other one. So I figured since I have that kit that I have, that project kit, go ahead and get one of these here. Um, this one is the 64 gigabit kit, 4 gig RAM with the 4K dual monitor output on it as well. So what I'm gonna do in this video, I've already done one unboxing video, so we already know what's in this kit. In this particular video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heat sinks on and get everything put together. But as usual, I guess I'll go ahead and do a quick unboxing. So it comes with this little micro USB cable. Comes with actually two micro USB cables. That's actually pretty cool, actually. Yeah, two of them. Comes with a 64 gig micro SD card. Here is the power supply, and right on the top there are the heat sinks that are going to go on the kit on the Raspberry Pi. This is the actual case here. Forgive the lighting. I'm trying to do this in my bedroom here. This is a USB-C to USB-C power supply with a clicker on there. There we go. The actual Raspberry Pi itself here. This is the fan for cooling. This is a micro SD dongle that we'll be using to install Noobs. And hopefully Noobs is already on that SD card. If not, we can download it. And then here's a quick start kit. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this kit and we're going to identify the headers that we need to put the fan on for. And it shows you right there. If you can, I can zoom or I can focus. There we go. So the headers we're going to use are up here. And so let's see. Now I'm going to be all blurry now. Yeah, I'm going to be all blurry now. Let me try and refocus here. There we go. And so let's take the Raspberry Pi out of the box carefully. Inspect it real quick. Make sure there's nothing broke on there. Nothing is broken. You'll want to save the box because when what you do is you close up the box. Let me tilt the camera down just a smidge here. So what you do is you hold the box. The box is you can use it as a surface. So we're going to take the Pi. We're going to set it on top of the box there. Next, we're going to take the case. We'll open up the case. This case is white. The other one is black. Okay. Open that up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the fan. And we're going to open that up. The background here that you hear is my wife watching Dr. Pol. Some pig is dying or something like that because she's having trouble with delivery. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to make sure we put this in the right way. So to test that, what we can do is we can just look at the start kit here. Open up your kit here, and it does not say, but there is a quick start kit here. Keep this handy. You're gonna need that. There's a quick start kit here. Mm, Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get the Raspberry Pi into the case. So to put it in the case, just slide it in there. It should just slide in there. And you'll know it's the right side because if you look, you see the ports there. Back it up just a little. You see the ports there. So let's just go ahead and just try to wiggle it in there. Might be a little bit of a tight fit, but once you get it in there, it'll fit in there. Oh, actually, I'm working smarter, not harder. The bottom of this should come out of there. Then you take this Raspberry Pi and you just set the Raspberry Pi into the bottom like that. Then you slide all of them up into there. There we go. Now let me see if I can focus this down here. There we go. So these um, these heat sinks are custom made to fit on a specific board. If you look at them, there's a small one, a longer one, and then a large size one. Well, obviously the large size one goes right there. The smaller one, let's pop this back out here actually. The larger one, we'll get that installed right away. So take your heat sinks out there. Don't take the rubber off until the adhesive backing, don't take that off until you're ready to put it on there. So let's see here. This one, the small teeny tiny one, I believe goes on this one right here. Let's see. Or does it go on this one? I think it goes on this one right here. Obviously the large one goes here. And then this rectangular one, I believe, goes either there or right here on one of those two. So let's just do a double check. There's nothing wrong with Googling your heatsink location. So let's just Google the heatsink location here. Raspberry Pi heat sink heat sink installation. And go to images. And I'm not sure if you can see that there or not. Let's see if I can pull the camera up a little bit. And not sure if you can see that or not, but let me try and focus it a little bit better here. There we go. Let me put the dim this on my phone down a little bit there. All right, so yep, one goes there, one goes there, and one goes there. So I believe we've got it set up the right way on our Raspberry Pi. One goes there, one goes there, and one goes there. So pull the heat sinks off real quick. Now this adhesive tape, once you get it on there, it's on there. So don't make a mistake. So go ahead and take the little adhesive tape off. Might be a little bit of a pain in the rear to get off, like this one is being here. Come on. Come on. Make sure you don't take the adhesive. Make sure you only take the little backing tape off. Do not take off the actual adhesive from the heatsink. Just like this. See that? There. So now I'm going to put mine vertically. There we go. Just push down, not too firmly, but enough so that it's on there. There we go. Yep. Doesn't have to be perfect or pretty. Take the second one off. Let's see here. Second one off right there. And then get the long piece on there. I'm going to turn it this way because it's easier for me. And just place it on there. Press down a few times, just like that. It's kind of ugly, but it'll work. And then finally, the last one here. This is the tricky one. So I'm going to turn this around slightly, and it's going to go right here. So let's go ahead and get that bad boy on there. And line that up. There we go. Heat sinks are on the Raspberry Pi. Now we can install. Actually, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on, or we're going to connect the header pin. So let's do a little looking here on our sheet here. Okay, so our sheet here says that we've got two pins here for 5-volt power supply right there. But we just need to know which one goes on which pin. So in our kit here, there should be something about how to connect the fan. And I think I found it. So instruction number 3 says, if you're going to use your Raspberry Pi for high performance apps, you can add a Canakit cooling fan, and that's this bad boy right here. If your case supports it, you want to connect the red and the black wires here to header pins 4 and 6. So if you're looking right at the Raspberry Pi, and what you want to do is orient the Raspberry Pi, and if you look right on the Raspberry Pi, I believe, no. Um, this side is always going to be um, this side is always going to be your uh, top up side right there. Okay, so pins 4 and 6 would be, I don't have a needle or anything like that, would be these two top pins here and here. So red wire goes on pin 4, black wire goes on pin 6. It says you may operate the span at a lower feed or for quiet operation, and if that's the case, put it on pin 1. I'm putting it on 4 and 6 though. So red on 4, black on 6. So using my kit here, I'm going to put it on pin 4 right there and 6 right there. So red goes on pin 4, black goes on pin 6. Okay, like that. Next, what I'm going to do now, before I put it into the case, I'm going to hook it up and make sure that the airflow is going the right way. Because what's going to happen is if you want air coming in, cool air coming in, you point it so that the exhaust is pointing toward the Raspberry Pi. If you want to get rid of the heat, you have it going the other way so that it's blowing out. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my power supply cable here and just hook it up to the USB-C power connector. Then I'm going to take my power supply out of the box. Here. I wish I was doing this from top down, y'all, so y'all could see more. Let me pull that up just a smidge so you can see a little bit better and focus. There we go. And I'm unhooking the power supply now. This is the power supply cable here. I don't have anywhere to hook this up at here. Let's see here. Well, this is going to be interesting here. I have nowhere to hook this up at. Um, let's see. Okay, just real quick. All right, so now go ahead and hook that up. I've got my power connected. Turn that on. Uh-oh. So this is the side that's blowing air here. I can feel a breeze. This side is sucking in air. Now let's test that real quick. Let's test our exhaust real quick here. So what we can do is we can just, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's blowing away. That's coming toward. So I want the hot air to come out. So I'm going to face this side away from my Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to turn off my Raspberry Pi. And obviously it's got power now. It's blinking. It's doing everything it should be. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to hook that. And then now what I'm going to do is unhook my power supply. I'm going to put this into the case. trying to do this where y'all can see this here. I apologize. I'm really new to this first person camera view here. Make sure that the cables aren't getting caught on anything. Close up your Pi. Then take the case here and then you should just be able to just click it in there. There it is. And then this goes one way, so the little grooves down there going to grooves here. I might have this backwards. There we go. There we go. And now our Canakit is completely assembled here, and it's ready for us to install an operating system. Now, mind you, there's no card in there, so there's no OS in there. That's the next thing we're going to do in the next video. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how to do that next.